March brings the perfect balance of light and dark, and I have 8 beautiful ways for you to align with this powerful seasonal magic. Hello, my darlings, and welcome. Today, I want to share with you 8 beautiful ways to infuse your daily life with magic this March. As we embrace the energy of awakening and renewal, these simple practices can help you connect more deeply with the seasonal magic all around us. Let's do some magical crafting. I've created a printable book of shadows page with an overview of this month's energy and 8 magic suggestions for the month. If you'd like to download a PDF of this Grimoire page, check out the links below the video. The first practice I want to share with you is one of my favorite ways to connect with spring magic, and that's through mindful walks outdoors. This isn't just about getting fresh air. It's about intentionally opening yourself to the seasonal shifts happening around you. As you step outside, take a moment to truly feel the strengthening sun on your skin and notice how the world is awakening. During your walk, collect small natural items that catch your attention, perhaps a budding twig showing the first green of the season, early spring flowers pushing through the soil, or stones that have been warmed by the sun. These items carry the pure energy of spring and can be powerful additions to your spell work. I find that slowing down to notice these small wonders helps ground my magical practice in the actual cycles of nature. You don't need fancy tools or expensive ingredients. The most potent magical components are often those you discover through your own mindful attention. The second practice is creating a seasonal altar space to honor Ostara and spring's return. An altar serves as a physical focal point for your intentions and helps you maintain connection with the season's energy throughout the month. Creating a small Ostara altar doesn't require elaborate or expensive items. You can use a windowsill, a small shelf, or even a corner of your desk. Gather some spring blooms from your garden or neighborhood. Just a few stems will do. Or even use sprouted seeds in a small dish. Add painted eggs, which you can create using natural dyes from onion skins, turmeric, or beetroot. And incorporate green candles to represent growth. If you don't have specialty candles, a white candle with a green ribbon tied around the candlestick would be perfect. This sacred space serves as a daily reminder of the season's energy of renewal and growth. Each time you pass by, pause for a moment to reconnect with your intentions for this cycle of rebirth. As March brings us the spring equinox, when day and night reach perfect equilibrium, this is an ideal time to explore balance in your own life using tarot or oracle cards. You may wish to create a simple 2-card spread that mirrors the equinox energy. Draw 1 card to represent your light or active side, the aspects of yourself that are visible, outward focused, and energetic. This might reveal how you show up in the world, your conscious goals, or your yang energy. Then draw a 2nd card to represent your shadow or receptive side, the aspects that are internal, intuitive, and restful. This card often illuminates your yin energy, hidden strengths, or areas needing more attention. Once both cards are revealed, take time to journal about what each represents in your current life. Ask yourself how you might bring these aspects into better balance as the season itself demonstrates perfect equilibrium between darkness and light. Looking at these 4 cards together, I can see that not every plate needs to be spinning at once, and setting something down temporarily is actually the wisest move I can make right now. The Hermit is inviting me to carve out small moments of solitude each day to check in with my own inner knowing before reaching for the next task. To feed those 2 aces waiting in my shadow side, I want to try sitting quietly at the lake and letting myself simply receive rather than plan. The equinox does not force the light to overcome the dark or the dark to swallow the light, and that same gentle allowance is exactly what these cards are asking of me. Egg magic is a beautiful, budget-friendly practice perfect for this season. Take a regular egg from your kitchen and write your intentions on the shell using a pencil or a marker. You might focus on qualities you wish to embody, strengths you want to cultivate within yourself, or energies you want to draw into your being. Perhaps you write words like courage, clarity, abundance, or creativity. The magic deepens when you use this intentionally marked egg in your cooking or baking. As you crack the shell to prepare your meal, you're symbolically breaking open the container that holds your desire, releasing that energy to be transformed through heat and intention. When you eat the dish that you've prepared, you're literally taking your intention into your body, allowing it to nourish you on both physical and energetic levels. This act of ingestion becomes a powerful form of internalization magic. After using the egg, gently rinse the shells clean and allow them to dry. And once dry, crush them into small pieces and return them to the earth in a garden bed or potted plant. This symbolically plants your desires with the season's fertile energy, creating a full cycle of a magical working. Select a book on folklore or herbalism to read during the equinox week. This could be a book you already own, one borrowed from the library, or even informative articles you've printed or saved digitally. As you read, mark meaningful passages that resonate with you. The real magic happens when you begin transcribing these pages, along with your own observations and insights, into your personal grimoire. Copy out the information that speaks to your practice, adding your own notes about how you might apply this wisdom or what it means for your particular path. If you enjoy pressing flowers, you might place small blooms between your grimoire pages or add sketches of the plants and natural signs of spring that you're observing in your own environment. This practice gradually transforms both your reading material and your grimoire into your personalized record of spring wisdom. You're not just consuming information, but actively creating a magical reference that captures your unique relationship with this season. This approach to study becomes a form of magical practice itself, where mindfulness transforms ordinary reading into sacred learning. Your seasonal grimoire pages will be unlike anyone else's because they reflect your local flora and fauna, the specific plants that grow in your region, the weather patterns you experience, and your own personal perspectives on the turning of the wheel. This is what makes your grimoire truly powerful. It's a living document of your authentic practice rather than a copy of someone else's experience. Creating a protective charm bag can be done with materials you already have at home. You don't need fancy fabrics. A small piece of green cloth, an old handkerchief, or even a clean sock can work perfectly. Fill it with rosemary for protection. Dried cooking rosemary is fine. Add eggshells you've saved and cleaned, any small crystals, or even a special stone you found on a walk. This is where the treasures you found on your sacred springtime walks can be useful. You might stitch a feather or other treasures into the pouch. As you stitch it closed, focus on weaving intentions of growth and renewal into every movement. If you don't sew, simply tie it closed with string or yarn, knotting your intentions with each wrap. This portable, magical tool can be carried with you or placed somewhere in your home where you'll see it daily, reminding you of your capacity for growth during this season. The rabbit has long been associated with spring and the celebration of Ostara, representing fertility, abundance, and the swift return of life to the land. As prey animals, rabbits are incredibly alert and aware of their surroundings, teaching us about vigilance and quick thinking. Their prolific breeding during spring months made them powerful symbols of fertility and regeneration in many ancient cultures. The rabbit, sacred messenger of Ostara, can be honored without elaborate rituals. Simply leave a small offering of fresh greens or carrots in your garden or on your windowsill, accompanied by whispered thanks. This invites the energies of fertility and abundance into your magical workings. If you live in an urban environment without outdoor space, you might instead spend a few moments with a rabbit image or a figurine, offering gratitude in your thoughts. This simple act of recognition costs nothing, but connects you to the archetypical energies that have been associated with spring renewal for countless generations. Starting a magical seedling project aligns perfectly with the season's energy and provides ongoing inspiration. You don't need a garden because small pots on a windowsill work beautifully. Use seeds from cooking herbs like basil or cilantro, or even try sprouting seeds from fruits and vegetables you've eaten. I like to plant black beans. Plant during the waxing moon if possible, speaking affirmations to each seed before covering it with soil. As you tend to these growing plants over the coming weeks, you're creating a living altar that manifests your intention as it grows. This practice connects you deeply to the cycles of growth, nurturing, and manifestation that defines spring magic. Each time you water your plants, you recommit to your magical intentions and witness the physical embodiment of transformation. Remember that your magical practice thrives not in complexity, but in your presence, your intention, and your genuine connection. I hope that some of these March activities resonate with you and that you choose a few to try during the month. Adding a few of these practices can create a foundation of enchantment that helps you embrace spring's awakening energy with purpose and joy. Don't feel like you need to incorporate all of these practices at once. Choose those that resonate most deeply with your current needs and circumstances. True magic emerges not from elaborate rituals or expensive tools, but from your authentic relationship with natural cycles and your willingness to perceive the extraordinary within the ordinary moments of each spring day.